front of you today. I'm Jacqueline Williams, aka Jacqueline Johnson. Jacqueline Johnson, 514-600. 13 years. Wait, what? 13 years. I had to serve 13 years, and rightly so. I did what I did. But it didn't make it easier for me to accept the fact that I had to spend that amount of time away. I was devastated, and I was broken. I didn't know I was broken. I lived my life every day, going about it every day, and not even realizing how broken I was. So I got in the prison system, and I said, I'm doing this thing my way. I'm not going to do what they say. I'm going to do what I want. So I had a bad attitude when I first got in there. Bad attitude. So there was this young girl, she came by and she said, Miss Jackie, you know what? You do good in a drama class. I said, drama class? Child, bye. She said, no, come on, Miss Jackie. Why don't you just come and see what it's about? So I took it as a joke. I had never seen a play or anything in this. I didn't know what it was about. So I went on one Saturday to this room. When I walked through the room, they were all sitting around in circles. Beautiful women. I'm talking real stuff to each other. They wanted to figure out what they were going to do for their next program. So they were sitting around talking and brainstorming. Well, when I began to hear the stories and hear how real the stories were, I was mortified. There were people that had been set up, had been raped, had been abused, had been beat, and they were telling their stories. But I said to myself, sitting there, I'm not going to tell them my story. No. But when it got around to me, something welled up in my spirit that wanted to be free. So I wasn't going to hold in my story. I felt free enough to tell them that I had been molested by my grandfather. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 years old. The person that should have covered me didn't. The person that should have loved me correctly didn't. I was so grieved in my spirit that I ended up in the middle of the floor, face down, bawling my eyes out because I had never said it out of my mouth before and I was never able to look at it. This lady, oh, that's me, y'all. This lady came over to me. She was a statuesque woman. She was beautiful. She was an older woman. And she came over and she wrapped her arms around me and she said, you know what, baby? She said it just like this. You don't have to be a victim your whole life. And I was like, huh? You don't have to be a victim your whole life. What you need to do is forgive. And you have never forgiven. And I said, yes, I did. She said, no, you have never forgiven. That's when I realized that forgiveness was for me. And that was something that I actually had to do. She wrapped her arms around me and she began to sing a song. This woman was Mama Glow, a lifer that had been in prison some 40-something years. And she was encouraging me. I couldn't believe my good fortune. But she said, sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Sometimes you have to speak victory during the test. And no matter how you feel,
sing Jack.
a word and you will read. Speak over yourself. Encourage yourself.
in the Lord. Sometimes you have to speak a word over yourself. Depression's all around, but God is present help. Well, the enemy created walls, but remember, giants, they do fall. Speak over yourself.
Sing, Jack.
Encourage yourself in the Lord.
When she said that to me, some hope welled up in my spirit. It wasn't all finished, but it was the beginning. I knew that there was a purpose for my life. I realized that I was somebody. Yeah. I realized that I had to start caring for myself. Yeah. And guess where I learned that at? In prison. Where do you do that? In prison. Those women wrapped their love and their arms around me and gave me hope. Yes. I had to leave the world and come to prison to find who I am. And I thank God for the women that were there. They were treasures to me. So I did pick myself up and I dusted myself off. And then I took advantage of every opportunity LCIW had to offer. I went to Office Systems Technology and got a degree. They said, that's it, no more school for anybody else. I was like, well, why not? The classes are not full. I waited good until we had graduation day for Office Systems Technology. And the lady that ran the Louisiana Technical College was there to address us. After they finished, I walked up to her and I said, you know, your classes are not full. You're not making money. You're paying a teacher to teach 4 or 5 students. Why not let us take another class or another course? And she said, well, okay. When I got ready to go to the classification board, they said, which class would you like to take, Miss Williams? I took culinary arts and I finished. So I walked out of there with 2 degrees, culinary arts and Office Systems Technology. And then God had a purpose and a plan for me. So when I got out of there, he gave me a food truck.